Shuklam Varadram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashante Yasyatma Bhutasya Guru Prasadat Aham Vimuktoshmi Sharira Bhandat Sarvopadeshtu Purushottamasya Tasyanre Padama Pranatoshmi Nityam Prahlada Nardra Parasra Pundarika Vyasamrisha Sukha Saunaka Bhashma Suldyan Rukmanga Uddhav Bhishna Palgunadin Punyaniman Parama Bhagavatam Namami Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranama Dukkha Samanam Namamitam Harim Param Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Oh, first of all, thanks to all the kids for participating in that realization video that you all sent. Thank you so much. It was really great. And the best thing is that it is always easy to speak good thing about ourselves. That's not an issue. No one has an issue to speak ourselves great things about us, right? How great I am, how good I am, how wonderful, outstanding I am, better than others. So all those things are we can keep on telling on ourselves. And also another thing is we keep on can tell to others about good instructions. We can tell, you have to do this one, you have to be like that one, you should not get angry, you should be free of greed, etc. We can give advices to others also. But the moment that we ask a question about ourselves, what is that you have to work on, then we start thinking, I feel that I'm pretty good. I'm really good. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice girl. I have no problems, right? But then you stay, think, watch your actions. Then you start watching your action. Well, Sarvari, oh yeah, I got little angry on her. Oh Krishna, he took my things and messed up my, homework and etc. Right? So Karthik took away my pencil box, and so I'm angry on him. Right? You can see how Rukmini, your thing got broke, and you got very upset that what you liked is gone. Mm. And then Anirudh, you are angry because you're not able to do what you wanted to do. Right? And like that, you have Samanvi, of course, she spoke about how the mind tricked her. Um, so the way that trying to be a good friend or not. So likewise, also Anirudh also. So you all did a great job of opening up and sharing your other side of analyzing the things that goes without our consciousness. Sometimes we do things we get it's called unconscious unbiased consciousness, right? We do certain things which is not even we are not even aware, but we do certain things which gets into problem for others, problem for ourselves, right? So it was really nice that you all participated and shared um, nicely. Thank you. And also special thanks to Akshara for really dressing up nice, like a nice, beautiful gopi. You look like a Mother Yashoda actually. Very nice. Thank you so much, Akshara, for dressing so beautifully, nicely. And any other kids who have not able to record and send, if you still want to, please feel free to do so, or you can share here also at the end after we finish our session. I'll open up. If you want to share something over here, you can do that. But at the end, I really like to request Ravi Prabhu to play It's just a total of 13 minutes of video altogether that you all posted. So I'm not sure how many of you are there in our WhatsApp group, but it's really nice to watch together these kids' realization. We'll just spend that 13 minutes at the end where we all can watch together. And
Diksha,
go ahead, Ashok Prabhu, you're saying something? Okay. So, with that said, let's go ahead and start our wherever we left the last session. If you all remember, Nanda Maharaj met with Vasudev in Mathura after paying his bills. Meaning bills means the tax to Kamsa. Then he was ready to leave. At that time, Vasudev came to know that Nanda Maharaj has come. Then he met with him, and they had a beautiful, nice conversation, friendly conversation. When they speak friends, when these friends speak together, it is so nice. Why it's so nice? Because they share their happiness, they share their progress, they share their sometimes even share their problems. And friends are we should have good friends like that always. We should have at least one or two friends where we can go and talk to these friends. Okay, so that's what we learned last time also. Rather than having many friends, have one or two friends who can be trusted, who can give us good advice. That's what we learned, right? It the friends now friends can also be your own brothers and sisters. If that is also very good. If you are brothers and sisters, you can develop that relationship, friendly relationship to your brothers and sisters also, right? At one stage, the parents also becomes our friends. Do you know that your parents can also be friends? Have you ever thought about having your parents as your friend?
Yes.
Have you, Akshara? Very good. Very Diksha says, no, how is that possible? They look bigger than me. They talk little differently than me. Their eating style is different. Their everything is. How can they be our friends, right? But it is important that as we grow older, there won't be any other best friend than our parents, than our brothers and sisters, right? So we have to value our immediate friends in the form of brothers and sisters and parents and grandparents, and everyone can be our friends. Okay, of course the relationship maintains what they are, that cannot be replaced. Besides our relationship with fathers and mothers and brothers as friends, we can have other friends also who are not our directly or blood related persons. We can have friends. The point is that make sure those friends are also coming from good family, and they are also very cultured. They are also especially devotees. In that way you get good advices from them. Okay, that's an important thing. Now, after Ananda Maharaj was ready to, after this conversation, Vasudev was saying that, my dear Nanda Maharaj, Nanda, you should leave immediately back to Vrindavan. You should go back, because I think you have to go and protect Krishna. So there could be some unexpected things could happen. So as soon as Nanda Maharaj heard, they embraced each other and then took permission. And then Nanda Maharaj got ready and started returning back to his house. This is what was happening. This is where we left in the previous session. Now, after hearing, on the other side of the scene where Yashoda and all the gopis, they were all getting ready, and because they had this beautiful cute little Krishna in their hand, they were singing songs and making the house decorated very nicely, and all sort of, it's what like almost like every day was, when you have your birthday, right? You have your Richesha, you have your, when is your birthday, Richesha? I'm asking you, Richesha or Ananda, you want to speak? When is your birthday, Richesha?
Yeah,
When is
mine
your
is November 2nd.
November 13?
second.
So
Second.
November 2nd. Okay. So must be waiting already for the November 2nd to come so you can enjoy your birthday, right? Which is just went away 4 months back. But you already started looking for when is my birthday going to come, right? So that the decoration can happen, the party can be going on, and you can get gifts and etc. etc. Your mom can make nice preparation. But then when it comes to Krishna, it was pretty much every day was like birthday. Every single day, everyone was so happily celebrating Krishna's presence over there. Everyone was ready. Okay. One day, while everyone were surrendered and making celebrations and enjoying over there in Yashoda's quarters, Nanda Maharaj house, when Yashoda was there and Rohini was also there, when Krishna was on the cradle, the swing where Yashoda was singing songs and swinging this beautiful little Krishna, nice songs, Krishna songs, right? Bhajan like that she was doing. One fine day, something very interesting, or not interesting, very scary thing happened. This is the very first thing that it shook everyone in that entire village, because they have not seen anything abnormal things. Everything was very nicely going on in the village, but this incident that shook everyone's heart. So let's see what happened. Uncle Kamsa, not our Uncle Kamsa, Krishna's Uncle Kamsa, right? So he was in tension. He was in tension. So he was making arrangement, as we saw in the last session. Most of his people were ready and torturing and trying to find where the baby is, and all those things were going on. Then he started sending a very skilled demons to find out Krishna and kill Krishna. So the very first demon that he chose was a Rakshasi. Rakshasi is a feminine, right? Oh, Diksha, you want to say what? Something?
I think it's Putana.
Putana. Putana. We don't know what her actual name is. Putana is a category of there are different types of rakshasis are there. Okay, we for us rakshasis means just one type, right? Rakshasis, but there are different types of demons are there. Among demons, there are different types of demons also there. This type category of demon, which is called Putana, they are very skilled, very talented, very skilled in what? Killing babies. They are very skilled in killing babies, right? They know how to kill babies. So they also have the power of flying. Most of the Rakshasas and Rakshasis can fly over and take different forms. So Putana can also do the same. She can also do the same. So there was this demon called Putana. So it is said Putana flew from wherever she was into village of Nanda Maharaj by taking a form of a bird, because she can change her forms, right? So she took a form of a bird and then came right there. And then when she came to the village of Nanda Maharaj, she again changed her form. This time she changed her form into a beautiful looking young lady, right? I'm not going to say like Akshara, oh, here, Rukmini, you also dressed up very nicely. That's very nice. Thank you for dressing up. It's nice to see you, like gopis. So I'm not going to say she was dressed up like you both. You are all, gopis and, Yashodas and Rohinis. Whereas she, being a Rakshasi, she changed her form totally unbelievable. It was so beautiful that the Gopas, the men of Vrindavan, they were thinking, oh my God, is this Mahalakshmi who came here? She looks like Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi herself, the goddess of fortune. You see, she was so nice that she was having the hair was nicely combed with the flower called Mallika, a very fragrance flower. Garland, she was wearing a garland. She was wearing all sort of ornaments, and her eyeballs movements were so attractive, right? When we move our eyes, we don't even, people doesn't even know if we are looking at them or not, right? So, but our eyeballs were so attractive, and our walking was so attractive, very graceful, and her smile was so eye-catchy. So the men of Vrindavan, they think, oh, what a beauty. She must be goddess of fortune. They were thinking that comparing, they were just going to compare Putana with Urvasi. And they were telling, this beauty of this lady cannot be compared to the damsels of heaven. When you compare, Urvasi is like a frog's wife. Her beauty is like a frog. That's all Urvasi is, right? So they were just comparing the beauty with the heavenly damsel, and said no one can be equal to the beauty of this girl who's come here. But no one knows that this is a Rakshasi Putana. But she was walking gracefully and then walking towards Nanda Maharaj's house. No one stopped her. Even the guards that Nanda Maharaj put, remember, he put guards to protect Krishna, they were also mesmerized. They didn't stop her either. So, but Putana was walking towards Nanda Maharaj's house. Over there, Yashoda and Rohini were la la lulu, la, whatever the beautiful songs they were just singing, to keep Krishna happy, and they're admiring Krishna. You know, suddenly this girl, Rakshasi, in the form of beautiful young lady, she entered the house. She entered the house. As soon as she entered the house, everyone looked at her. They were also astonished to see this lady, charming lady, attractive lady. They had no words to stop her. They thought, wow, is Mother Ambika, Lord Shiva's consort. She herself has come, looks like. She herself comes to see Krishna. So they were just mm, watching her so nicely and so closely. And Putana walked right there where Krishna was lying down. And Krishna, with his beautiful lotus eyes, looked at Putana. And then Putana looked at Krishna. But immediately Krishna closed his eyes. Chunk, he closed his eyes. And Putana went closer, and she bent in front towards Krishna and ready to pick up Krishna. She was going to put her hands and take Krishna. And she did. She carried Krishna in her hands. Now, Krishna did not open his eyes yet. He kept his eyes closed. She brought Krishna close to her chest and was ready to feed Krishna her milk. But lest anyone knows what was the secret, the mystery behind this. Before she came, Samanvi, go ahead. You want to say something? Don't tell the secret though.
I was about to tell the secret.
That's okay. Go ahead. Tell. I was just joking. Go ahead.
I
Tell.
was about to tell it too.
The secret was true. Like what the secret was true. The what she was planning to do is she was being just as a gopi, and she went to Yashoda's house, and when she was giving Krishna the milk, Krishna Krishna was sucking her, not just the milk but her whole life, and Putana was feeling miserable.
Okay, very good. Now, the point, yeah, 1 second, Rukmini, you can talk later.
I know.
Yeah, I'll give you, you can speak quickly. Now, when Putana was ready to feed milk, Yashoda and Rohini, they did not stop. They thought, wow, the goddess of fortune has come here, or maybe Mother Ambika has come here. She Parvati has come here. She herself is feeding her breast milk to our little Krishna. So fortunate our baby is, so very fortunate. But Putana applied some very, very dangerous poison around her breast. She applied poison before coming. Okay. And the intention is when Krishna sucks the milk out of her, he's going to lick the poison as well so that Krishna can be killed. That was her intention. So she carried Krishna as ready to feed Krishna the milk. But before we see what's going to happen, there are acharyas who have told very nicely about this particular incident where they say that why did Krishna close his eyes? Why did Krishna close his eyes? Right? No, the people might say that maybe he got scared, he was afraid, therefore he closed his eyes. Okay, so that's one of the reason. But then not that Krishna was afraid, then he closed. He want to show Putana that he's afraid of her, so that Putana can continue coming closer to Krishna. Right? If Krishna is going to keep his eyes wide open, then she might understand and get become fearful. Then she may not come closer. Therefore, he closed his eyes. Another reason why he closed his eyes is because he was not at all happy, not at all happy that with our behavior. What was our behavior? Going around and killing the babies, right? Killing babies. So he didn't like the behavior. Therefore, he didn't even want to look at her. He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. Another reason why he closed his eyes is because if if Krishna's kataksha means if Krishna's the vision, right, falls on us, and guess what? If Krishna looks at us, what happens? When
Will
Krishna
be
looks,
liberated.
what is it, Akshara?
Will be liberated.
Oh, beautiful, Akshara. Very nice. So very nice. So when Krishna looks at us, something happens. Our heart changes. Our heart changes. Everything become pure, right? When Krishna look at us, when we look at someone, what happens? Problem happens. Hey, you're looking at me like this, staring at me, right? Why are you looking at me like this? Why you didn't look at me like this? So we have a lot of problems. Even by look we may get into problems. And I just remember, this is out of the topic. I just remember when I joined engineering college, in India, in the first year, there is some religious, ritualistic things happens for the first year students. That is called ragging, right? I don't know if it's there here or not, but in India, there's something that the newcomers will be, pulled out, and they'll be pretty much you know asked to do certain things. Like jump like a donkey, or bark like a dog, or climb on a pole, or you go and get something for me like a servant. They treat all sort of things happens. These things happen. So interesting thing happened for me. What happened was I was just walking to my college, and then I was just walking just like that, looking at some people, some thinking that these could be my classmates and that could be my friends, things like that. And now one of the senior called me. He said, "Hey, why are you staring at me?" I said, "I didn't stare at you. I'm just looking. I'm looking for friends here." No, you're staring. Your eyes are, it's like you're staring. You know what to do. That's my vision. That's how my eyes looks like. So anyway, so I just remember, if we have eyes, gets into problem. When Krishna opens his eyes, all the problems are solved. Isn't that very interesting, very amazing to see? Therefore, when we go to the temple, right, it's more than we looking at Krishna looking at us is very important. So if Krishna have to look at us when we go to temple, we ha- how does we attract Krishna's vision? What can we do where Krishna can look at us? What do you think we can do when we are at the temple? Right? The purpose of going to temple, we go there, we take darshan of the deities, right? And then Krishna looks at us. If Krishna has to look at us, what is it we need to do? Yes, Rukmini.
So I was asking, like, how can Krishna look at us?
Whom does Krishna look?
Um, to devotees.
Correct. And how does the devotees have to behave?
Um, Good.
Yes. So, of course, Krishna looks at everyone, but especially looks at those people who are following the instructions of Krishna, right? That therefore we have to follow the instruction of Krishna. So Krishna can look at us. When Krishna looks at us, our papas, our sins are all vanished. When sins are vanished, then we can perform devotional service without any obstacles. By performing devotional services and bhakti, then we can develop more love towards Krishna. That should be the idea. So here, therefore, Krishna closed his eyes, not giving a chance for Putana. So Putana, who was cruel in heart, came closer and then carried Krishna and started giving milk to Krishna. And Krishna was so joyful, so happy. He was ready to suck the milk. He was happy and ready to suck the milk. Um, One second, excuse me, one second, just sorry. So he sucked the milk. So while he was sucking the milk, the Putana was screaming and saying, Putana screaming and saying that. Okay, okay. So she was saying that, please leave me, please leave me. Uh, She was just trying to push off Krishna from her chest, right? It's just trying to, but Krishna was glued. He was pretty much glued. It was so hard to get Krishna out. He was just holding on to the breast of Putana, and then Krishna sucked the milk without leaving a drop. All the milk came out. While all the milk flew into the mouth of Krishna, at the end, also the life of Putana also was sucked out of her body. So Putana fell, screaming with pain. She fell down. When she fell down, her body, which took the form of the original body, right? Because she is not like how she appeared now when she came to Rohini Yasoda's house. So she resumed the huge body, her original Rakshasi body, right? It was 12 miles big. 12 miles. Can you imagine what 12 miles mean? Right? It was yeah, it was so big. It just fall flat on the ground, smashing all the trees and plants and everything. It just fell off on the ground, making a big, huge sound. Everything was shattered. Everyone was shocked. And they all don't know what happened. They all gathered there. They all gathered there, seeing this huge body. And her mouth was like a cave. His mouth was open like this. Right? Our mouths are also open sometimes when we sleep, right? We make sound of we
Like
make
a
all
rat.
sort sometimes people snore and make all sort of sounds, right?
Like that.
Right? So Putana mouth was wide open. It was like in a deep cave, huge cave. Not only that, our nostrils, the nose holes, two holes that she had, it was like another big, huge cave, endless cave. It was huge. Our body, the breast was like a huge two mountains. Our hairs were in a copper color, right? Copper color hair. Sometimes people try to color their hair like a brown, burgundy color or golden color. Sometimes you see blue color over here and red color over there and a pink color over here and all sort of different colors. I- Putana naturally had this color. She didn't go to any shop to paint herself. Color, in Manchester, I see that there's one big shop just for coloring your hair, right? Just for coloring your hair, there's one shop, Meha size shop, where you can go and color whatever you want, however you want to color your hair. So Putana naturally had this colorful hair, copper color, right? Our eyes balls were out of the socket. The balls were out, right? Because she was sucked, her life was being sucked out. The eyeballs were out, and then guess what? It was like a big pit, two pit without eyeballs. Can you imagine how to even look? She'll be looking, right?
Ew.
Now her legs were like a big, huge bridge, and the abdomen, the navel, the hole, it was another hole like a well. So people are really astonished to see this huge body. They were all shocked, frightened to see this body. But on top of the body of Putana, there you go. Krishna was crawling and jumping and enjoying and playing like a bouncy. Have you seen this bouncing thing? Right? The air-filled bounce. Sometimes during the Rath Yatra festival, you remember? You kids remember that? Yeah, Mahati, you want to say something?
I have a small question. So, like, when Putana came, like, as a beautiful girl, did she put her name just like Putana or a different name did she put?
Oh, he didn't have any names at that time. Okay,
Oh, okay.
there was any no names were mentioned. So you're free to keep any name that you like to keep to her.
Prabhuji,
Who's that?
I'm here.
Oh, Meher, go ahead, Meher. You have a
So
name
what?
already. Nice person. You might know the name. Go ahead, tell me.
So what happened to Putana's eyes?
Oh, I was just saying the eyeballs came out. It
Mm,
popped out. The eyeballs popped out, making a big hole in her eyes. Right. So Krishna was playing on top of Krishna, Putana's body. Like I was just saying, like like you're bouncer, right? You have a bouncer. You have, what is it called? Samanvi has an
trampoline.
tramp,
Trampoline.
trampoline. Thank you. So like a trampoline, Krishna was just happily having this, bouncing things and jumping and playing and having fun over there. But then the gopis and gopas and yashodas, and they all saw and they got frightened and they went close to Krishna. Somehow or the other they climbed, putting some ladder or something, I don't know, right? Because the body is so huge, right? So you have to put something and try to climb up on top of it and try to
Maybe
take
a
Krishna.
human ladder? People stacked on top of another and
Yeah. So they brought Krishna safely back, and Yashoda was so grateful. She started praying to God, various gods. Thank you, my God, my dear God. Thanks for saving my Krishna. Then she was just thanking all the devatas. She was just happily praising. And immediately she brought Krishna and she did some special prayers. There's prayers to protect Krishna's leg. So she prayed to certain devata, Aja, a god called Aja, and then told Aja, you will protect the legs. Maniman, you will protect the knees. Yajna, you will protect the thighs. Achita, you will protect the waist. Hayagriva, you will protect the abdomen. Keshava, you will protect the heart. Isha, you will protect the chest. Vishnu, you will protect the arms. Ukrama, you will protect the face. And Ishvara, you will protect the head. Chakri, you will protect the front. And so she goes on and on and on and on and on, praying to each and every god to protect each and every parts of Krishna. Every parts of Krishna. Because she loves Krishna so much, right? She loves Krishna so much. So while she also prayed, while my son is playing, let Govinda protect. While my son is sleeping, let Madhava protect. Right? While my son is walking, like Vaikuntha, let him protect. Right? Let Goddess of Fortune and Narayana protect my children all the time, all the ways. So she was just praying like this. And over there, Nanda Maharaj came back. While he was coming, he saw from a distance that everyone were gathered in one place. Then he could understand immediately and relate what Vasudev said. Vasudev said, return back immediately and always protect Krishna. There could be danger, right? That's what he said, right? Vasudev, remember? You all remember, right? Yeah. So now when Nanda Maharaj saw that everyone is gathered in one spot, he saw that something is not right. Something is going on. So immediately he rushed over there. He saw this huge body. Oh my God. Then he asked, what happened? What happened? They said, no, this Rakshasi, she came and, this is what has happened. And somehow, what happened to Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is my little, baby? Go, where is he? Oh, is he safe? And then Yashoda brought Krishna to Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj took Krishna and smelled the head of Krishna and then hugged Krishna and kissed Krishna all over the body. And he was so happy Krishna is safe now. Krishna was safe. Interesting thing is that Krishna, when he sucked the milk, we also saw that he also sucked the life of Putana, right? He also sucked the life of Putana. By sucking the life of Putana, Krishna liberated Putana. Liberated means what? Who knows what liberation means? Yes, Diksha?
Um, he he poured her life.
He cured her life. Okay. Yes,
Yes,
Rukmini?
she. That means she made he made Putana go back to the real home, the spiritual world.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So she was liberated means she went back to spiritual world. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone came to give poison and Krishna awarded her moksha? Isn't it so easy to get moksha? That means all you have to offer Krishna a, a spoon of poison. Do you just have, yeah, you just have to give Krishna, oh, my dear Krishna, take a spoon of poison, give me moksha. Will that work that way? No, Diksha, you have to say, you want to say something?
I have a question.
Oh, I'm asking a question to you all. You need to
Oh,
answer my question first,
okay.
and then you can ask your question. So you see here, right? So here over here, Krishna, even though Putana came to Krishna to kill Krishna, But what did Krishna see in Putana? She came to kill Krishna, right?
Um,
How did she try to kill Krishna? By giving milk,
um,
which is mixed with poison. But then Krishna awarded her moksha. How is that? Rukmini, you have to say, you want to say something.
because Putana was just like the mother.
Haha, that's a
Like
nice point.
mothers give milk to babies. That's why he accepted that Putana was just like his mother and rebel her.
So, even though Putana came with bad intention to kill Krishna, but she was there to give Krishna something, right? That is milk. So, what Krishna saw was, what is she giving? Milk. He took the good one and did not consider the bad one, right? So, when we try to learn to see good things in others, like Krishna, then we can grow in Krishna consciousness. We can become nice devotees. When we only see the bad things, then it is not going to help us in our bhakti. Understand? Now, Krishna, yes, thank you. Now, Krishna, even though Putana came here to kill, he thought, well, she's giving milk like a mother. So how can I not award her? Even though her intention may be bad, but still she gave the milk. Therefore, Krishna awarded her, right? The spiritual world. She returned back to the spiritual world. It's quite interesting to know this important point here. So God always try to see what's good in us, right? Rather than analyzing what are the bad things in us, because God will become very tired if we start thinking what are the bad things that we have. Why does God become tired?
Because we don't do bad things.
No, we have unlimited bad things. We are called Aparada Chakravarti. Aparada Chakravarti means emperor. Emperor of what? Sinful activities.
That
Aparada Chakravarti. We are also great. We are also great. How are we great? By making sins,
sinful
by making
activity.
mistakes, offenses, right? We are also great. But God, if He starts looking those things, then He's not going to find any good in us, right? Therefore, we have limited good qualities and unlimited bad qualities. So Krishna focuses on what are that little thing that this person is doing. What are the little thing this person is doing? And then he project that little thing to be a great thing. You get it? When you see something good in others, right? What do you should do? Or no, let me put it another word. When you see someone is bad, your friends or someone, what should you think?
Um,
Yeah, go ahead, Rukmini.
so we should take what we the friend that does good.
Yeah. Mahati, you want to say something?
I know, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we have to start seeing what are the good things in other, right? Bad things everyone has. There's no one is free of bad things. But what are the good things? And try to appreciate those good things that people have. Hmm? So this is something that we learn from Krishna. Now they after that Nanda Maharaj and everyone, they what they did is they cut the body of this Rakshasi with axe, with big axe. They brought a big axe. They started, cutting the leg, each, even to cut the toe of the Rakshasi. It was so hard. They cut each and every part of it, and then took it and then burned the body of Rakshasi, Putana. When they burned the body of Putana, another amazing thing happened. You going to say something, Diksha?
When they burned Putana in the fire, a pleasant smell came. Yeah, a very good, very good scent came. A pleasant smell.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why we use those smell sticks.
Okay. So when they burnt the body of Putana, it was so nice smell, fragrance, unbelievable. It was just the whole village was filled with nice fragrance. Can you imagine you are burning a Rakshasi who was horrible, abominable? Her body is always filled with babies, right? She eats babies. Can you imagine a person who eats babies, and when you burn the body, you must be getting a dead body smell, rather a very fragrant, very nice smell spread all over the place. Mahati is going to say what is the reason behind it. Let's hear from Mahati.
The reason is that because Krishna killed her, that's why it smells like that. And he was also playing on it. So, yeah.
Exactly. That's the reason. That's the reason. Because Krishna's lotus feet was stamped all over the body of Putana. All over the body of Putana. Therefore, when they burned the body of Putana, it was so fragrant. It was so nice. They were all amazed to see this one. So Putana is gone. Krishna is safe now. But one important thing that we have to learn is, who does this Putana represent? Every demons that we are going to see in next few weeks, they represent something bad. So, okay, Rukmini, you're going to say something?
They represent false mother, like false guru.
Oh, you know that answer. Yes, Putana represents false gurus. There are many gurus. They all come up dressed up like saints. They speak like saints, but it's all mixed with their instructions, or all mixed with, coated with poison. So we don't know. We have to be very careful when it comes to gurus. So we have to be very carefully choosing our gurus. Otherwise, there are many who project themselves to be guru, like Putana, as a nice person, and they also give instruction, like how Putana gave milk, but then that instruction has poison, like how the milk had poison. Therefore, we should be very careful in choosing the right guru from the right sampradaya, right parampara. Lastly, you all must be wondering about this Putana. How is that she got moksha? We saw that she, because of Krishna's mercy, she got moksha. But there is one history behind it. That is, multiple stories are there. One story is, yeah, Rukmini.
Also, another just it's not a story, but another reason is Krishna from his
Your
like
voice is breaking, Rukmini.
from like he killed Putana, so like not any other people. Krishna killed Putana. That's why she was related.
Yeah,
One.
Very good. Thank you, Rukmini. Bhavya is going to say something about Putana's previous life. Let's hear from her.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Bhavya?
So Bali Maharaj was Bali Maharaj's little sister was Putna, and because of I think I heard the story that Bali Maharaj's little sister was Putna, and she when Vaman Dev came, she did not respect Vaman Dev. I mean, she was feeling a way like a mother affection, but she was like not respecting Vaman Dev. That's why she got maybe cursed by Ramandeji. So she became a demon next life.
Thank you. That was very nice. Now that she was, yeah. So she was some versions say she is a sister, some versions say she's a daughter. Nevertheless, she was related to Bali Maharaj. This is in Garga Samhita also it is mentioned. So the she wanted to she when she saw Vamana Deva, a little dwarf form of avatar of Vishnu, she was so attracted to see this small boy. She felt, oh, he's so handsome, so I mean, so cute. I wish I have a son like this, so I can feed milk. Right? She was thinking like that. But then Vamana Dev immediately turned into a Trivikrama, means he took a huge form and then took away everything from Bali Maharaj. So she became very angry. So because her emotions was mixed, so she has been given a chance to feed milk to Krishna, but because she was angry, therefore she was also a Rakshasi. She has to be killed in that way. So that's one story. And there's also another story, a different story, where it says that there was a rishi by name Kaladru, and then he had a daughter called Charumati. By the way, the a daughter or a sister of Bali Maharaj was Ratnamala. Okay, so coming back to the another story, Charumati. This Charumati got married to Kakuswan. Then one day, when her husband was away, Charumati had friendship with another man. When the husband came back, he was very upset and angry to see his wife with another man, and he cursed her to become a Rakshasi. But then she begged and asked her forgiveness, and he said, in future, the Lord will appear and he will deliver you from this curse. So that Charumati is said to be born as Putana in this life in Krishna's pastimes also. So the Bhagavatam teaches us that somehow or the other, if we serve Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate. This is an example. Putana was serving Krishna not with good intention, bad intention, but she was serving Krishna. But Krishna took the good one and left the bad one. Right? So therefore, we see sometimes people come to temple with certain motives, personal motive. They may come to the temple for money. They may come to temple for name. They may come to temple for prestige. They want something. There could be various reasons why people come to temple. For our eyes, it's not good, right? But for Krishna's eyes, at least they are coming to temple. Correct? Yes. So how Krishna sees is different. He says, at least these people are coming to me. Right? And when they come to Krishna, and Krishna will slowly purify their consciousness. Krishna will purify their consciousness. Okay? So we saw about Putana. Putana represents the false guru, and Krishna killed Putana and liberated Putana. And in our next Saturday, we are going to see another demon, more than one demon. Okay? Satakasura is a second demon. And the third demon is Trinavarta, the whirlwind demon. So we are going to see those demons in our next week. Okay. With that said, what I like to do before we open up for any questions is just want to make sure that we play those video. Maybe we can just, questions might go longer and we might miss out sharing this video. So let's finish the video and have some words from our adults also, and then we can have further discussion. Request Ravi Prabhu to please play the video and let's all enjoy together.
Hare Krishna. I am Akshara. I am 6 years old. I am going to be sharing an incident when I was in Asuri Sampat. And my Asuri Sampat was greediness. I was playing with two dolls. The golden one was mine and the silver one was my sister's, which she gave me to play with. Later, my sister came and asked to play with my golden doll. I immediately said no and ran and put it away and made sure she didn't touch it. My sister became sad and went away without even asking for her doll. Later, I understood that I was being greedy. I called her and said, "Sorry." And we played together with both dolls and we had so much fun. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I am Rukmini. So I'm going to tell you that today in Gita Ramayan I got a prize and I was very happy. I played it for a long time. I was attached. It was very attractive. I was too much attached when I was playing it. Then it accidentally slipped and broke and like it broke like this. So this was like this and it got to be like this, but then it broke like this. So look. So I was too much sad, I got mad and I couldn't take it because I was attached to it too much. So then I told it to my dad and then I remembered that in Bhagavatam class, I heard that we should not be attached to anything. We should be attached to Krishna. So I felt better. I wasn't sad after all. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Krishna, my name is Diksha. I am 6 years old. I am going to tell one incident that happened when I was in Asuri Sampat. My Asuri Sampat was anger. When my brother takes my books, my things and my pencils and erasers, I got anger. And as I got anger, I yelled at him, I pushed him, and I didn't let him take my things. But then I realized that anger is not good for us, and the other thing that I realized is that he was so little than me and that he couldn't understand what I'm doing and what I'm telling. Then I went to him and said sorry and I asked him if I could clean up the mess. But he said no. So I let him go to play. Then later I come back to clean up the mess, but before I asked him. But if he says no, I didn't clean up. I went back and I came back later and he said yes and I cleaned up the mess. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my name is Anirudh. I would like to narrate one incident which is common in all our lives and how I overcome from this through Bhagavad Gita sloka. I always watch cartoons and play with my toys and also got angry when I don't get things which I want at that time. So my mom told me to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. After regularly doing my chanting, my anger got reduced, but my mind was not in control. While chanting, my mind was full of thoughts, like which episode I watch next and what game I play in my gadgets. So I asked my mom how to control my mind. She told me to recite this Bhagavad Gita translation regularly. So whenever my mind got disturbed, I remember this sloka and always think about Krishna. बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्त्य येनात्मैव आत्मनाजितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. Translation: For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So when we are in Krishna conscious, our mind will always be in control and we will always do good things. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My name is Manvi. Today I'm going to be sharing my realization of controlling my mind. One day it was my japa time and my mind was saying to play with toys. Then my mother came to check on me and she asked if I did my rounds. But my mind was saying to tell a lie and say I did my rounds. Then my mom somehow realized that I didn't do my rounds, and then my mind was telling me to defend myself and shout at her and get angry. And then I realized that I shouldn't do like that and I should make my mind a friend. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Udarid Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avadasadayet Atmaneva Hit Atmano Bandhur Atmaneva Rupur Atmanaham. The translation is, one must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Also, in Bhagavatam class, I learned to control my mind. I will tell you an example. So just like a monkey jumps from one branch to another branch, similarly, our mind jumps from one thought to another thought. But if we give a monkey a ripe banana, it would just calmly sit, concentrate on it, and eat and taste that sweetness. It knows it has sweetness inside. So just like that, what do we have to give to our mind? We have to give to our mind Krishna Bhakti. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I'm Sai Mahati. Today I'm going to share my thoughts about anger. I believe all of us get angry most of the time. I get angry when my brother takes my toys and rips it apart. Sometimes I tell it to my parents, and sometimes they will try to control him, or sometimes they will just ignore me and leave it to me to think of. After a couple minutes, I think of, why did I get angry for such a small thing? So this week, while we are going to chapter 2 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, I came across 2.62 to 2.64, and I thought that these 3 slokas are related to anger. So how we get anger is in 2.62. So how we get anger is, so one who's attached to things will get lust, and from that lust they'll get anger. And in 2.63 Krishna says, Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat priti vibrama smritir brahmshad buddhinaso buddhinasad pranashyati. So the translation is, from anger complete delusion arises. From delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls again down to the material pool. In 2.64, Krishna says, Ragadvesha vimuktestu vishayanindriyascharan avnavasyadvideyatma prasadam atigacchati. But a person free from all attachment and aversion and able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord. So after seeing this, I thought that I don't want to be attached to like anything of mine now. So I was sharing my toys to Krishna, my brother, and it was more fun to play with. And also when I get time, I try to chant Krishna's name and getting closer to him. And surely Krishna will uplift me and protect me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My name is Sharvi and I'm 13 years old. Today I'm going to be talking about an incident that happened to me a few months ago. I was in social studies class and the teacher was showing my work to the whole class. I was very happy that it was my work. And when she did it again the next day, my happiness became pride, which is an Asuri Sampad. I was so proud of myself that that my teacher was showing my work to the whole class. But this was wrong. I shouldn't have been proud, but I was anyway. But the next day, my work wasn't shown to the class, and I was a bit upset. Why wasn't my work shown to the class? What had I done wrong? And when she didn't for the rest of the week, I started to get more angry. Why wasn't my work there? And then it was this time where the parent-teacher conferences were being set up. So I told my mom in a very irritated tone, will you please schedule a conference with my teacher? Ask her, what am I doing wrong? Why doesn't she like my work anymore? And in a very calm voice, my mom told me, maybe I should look over my work, figure out maybe had I done something wrong? And if not, then what if somebody else's work was a bit better than mine? I was super annoyed, so I just walked away. I didn't even think about what she said. But after I calmed down a bit, I went to my work and I checked it, and it looked good to me. So I thought, what if somebody else did work better than mine? And if they did, then why should it always be my work that should be appreciated? I realized that I was prideful, which is wrong. I should have been humble and be glad that my teacher appreciated my work and liked it. I also learned that I shouldn't have the Asuri Sampad of anger, and I should learn to curb it. So after I felt calm and I understood all my mistakes, I went to school on Monday. And guess what? My teacher was showing my work again to the whole class. But this time I was just happy and humble and thankful to Krishna for letting me experience this once again. Hare Krishna.
Everyone can clap for these wonderful presentations by the kids. Very nice, marvelous. Great job. You all did wonderful. Okay. Okay, now with that said, we have 5 minutes. We can have some question and answer session here. So you all can do some drawing as an assignment for next week. Krishna killing Putana, right? That you can try to draw that and make some colors, and you can show that next Saturday. Okay, do we have any? Yes, go ahead, summon me.
Do we have to share our last week's homework?
Yes, we can. You can share that also next week along with this assignment. Okay.
Okay.
We are running out of time here. I want to open up for any question from our older kids first.
Um,
Now, you're all had enough questions now, sessions. Let's wait to hear from the older kids. Diksha, hold on, wait. If anyone has anything to share.
Prabhu, I think there were lessons to be learned for us from the kids' stories or kids' realization. So that's the only comment I have. There's such depth to what they were saying. We commit mistakes every day. We never realize what we do. So
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. I don't know seriously if Putana was married or unmarried. I really don't know. Yes, Diksha, you can go ahead since we don't have any other questions here.
My question was, Putana was a demon, right?
Right?
Um, but why did she get moksha?
Okay. That is simply because she served Krishna. And because she was killed by the hands of Krishna, touched by Krishna, she got moksha. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Rukmini.
uh, um, what was last week's homework? Is it the realizations?
Yeah, that's all we had as an homework for last week.
Okay, and also can we draw like the beautiful Putana lifting Krishna, or we should just draw Krishna killing
Yeah,
Putana?
no. You can draw anything, however you want. Is from this whole story, whatever you want to draw with Putana and Krishna, you can draw. Okay. Mm.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry. Prabhu, I got two more videos from Gauransh and can I
Oh,
play
you
Bhavyam?
okay? Okay, very good. We can play that one and we can end the class. Thank you. Let's go ahead and watch that. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. My name is Karansh and I'll be saying my Asuri Bhav. One day on Google, I saw a latest smartwatch came as called as smartwatch. I really wanted that watch. I went to my parents. I asked my parents that can I please get this watch? I knew my parents were talking to each other, but I disturbed them and said, I really need this watch. Can I please get it? Then my parents said that, hold on for a little bit. We will tell you if you can get it or not. Then I handed that thing that I found the watch where it was. Then my parents said, we'll get this watch later. Then I go very angry. The thing that I got in my hand, I put it away and then went to another room. And my mind was very attached to that thing that I stomped my leg so many times. And then I got very angry, and I went to another room. And then I remember that, oh, I did very bad. Then I realized a sloka called Bhagavad Gita 2.62 that my Gurudev from Bhagavad Gita class told me. Dhaito vishayam pumsam sangat te supayayate sangat sandate kama krodha bhayayate. The translation of this sloka is,
While contemplating the objects from this sense, a person developed attachment. From attachment, and from such attachment has developed and formed other anger arises. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Krishna, for telling me this wonderful sloka. You're very welcome, Krishna.
Play one more, Prabhu, from Bhavya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. My name is Bhavya, and I recollect one Asuri Bhava that I get into one day. Once when I was truly into playing in one of the material video game, I was so absorbed in it, I did not even notice my mother calling for me to eat prasadam, and I did not even respond in one time. So I was truly absorbed. My intelligence was lost. I thought that this game is everything. I thought that this game, if I win it, I will get everything. I will be in one place, first place, and then I will defeat everyone. But because of my intelligence got lost and because I was listening to my mind, I totally forgot and wasted 1 hour of my life, which was I could have used this hour in chanting or in reading Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or listening to lectures from famous devotees. But because of my intelligence lost, I drawn into this material pool of this game, which was basically totally observation of this game. So when my mother was keep calling me, I soon realized that, oh, she's calling me, she's trying to disturb me from this game. I became very angry at her, and I just did not respond. Soon later on, after just like losing this game, I soon just closed the laptop and out of anger. And then after some time, I recollect this shloka, Bhagavad Gita 2.63, and I soon realized that I was being absorbed in this material game, which was making me get drawn in material pool. So, this is Bhagavad Gita 2.63 shloka. क्रोधभावेति संहोहा स्मृतिविभ्रमासात् बुद्धिनाश प्रणश्यति. Translation. From anger, complete delusion rises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory, and when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. This shloka will truly help someone who is trying to get out of this material pool. So today, from now onwards and from later, I soon realized that no, I was doing something wrong. I wasted 1 hour of my life and I was totally drawn in the material pool. So I will just memorize this shloka so I will never get drawn in the material pool. Hari Bol. Thank you, Krishna, for giving us this wonderful.
Gauransh and Bhavya, wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this recording and sending us. As we are learning a lot of things from you all kids actually. You're all the teachers actually telling us how we as a big kids should behave and be. So thank you all very much for being our inspiration. And thank you for attending these programs regularly and participating and also doing those small things what we are asking you to do. That shows your interest also, and you're encouraging us to do these things. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Ashok Prabhu, back to you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
I have a comment.
Okay.
I like the whole class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deeksha.
I have a comment too.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Bye.
Bhagavatam class.
Very good.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hey, Krishna Prabhu, one is what you never.
You all
Bye.
very Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
You.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, could we leave?
If you like to, you can leave. I was just joking.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.